Hello, everybody, and welcome to another DramaLlama Podcast. Today, we will be talking about tropes, our faves, our not so faves, why they're important, various things. So, we'll be dealing with tropes. But first, let's get an introduction from everybody on our social media team. I am Yemi. As you know, you can find me at BL Japan Taiwan. And I operate mainly in, as my name suggests, the Japanese and Taiwanese space. But I do occasionally watch things from other places. Okay, I'm just going to go in the order on my screen. Mama Mochi, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Hello, sawadika tukun. I'm Mama Mochi. I mainly do the Thailand BL. I am a kind of Thailand freak, I would say. I have my own YouTube channel, Mama Mochi, and I stream on Twitch on Sundays, Thai or Chinese dramas. And I'm like a new llama here on Drama Llama. So, hello.
All right, thank you, Mama Mochi. AJ, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm AJ. You might also know me as AJ from K-Pop Beat over on YouTube, and I also do reactions over here on Twitch for BL, AJ_NS if you want to find me there. So yeah, that's basically me.
Okay, and finally, last but very much not least, Tofa.
Hi, I'm Topher, sometimes known as Topher. I'm gay and I like BL.
Yay!
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for your introduction. So let's get right into it. What is the trope that you like the most in BL? Oh, sorry. I forgot. Before we get into it, let's talk about what a trope is. So just in case anybody's wondering, I think some people in the BL sphere, you hear it thrown around. But what is a trope? So a trope is, according to Cambridge, because I'm lazy, something such as an idea, phrase, or image that is often used in a particular artist's work, in a particular type of art, or in the media, right? So things that come up commonly in BL that we see over and over again, we can refer to as tropes in general. We do tend to use trope in a very specific way in BL, but today we'll be using it both in that way and in the wider sense of anything that keeps popping up, okay? So that said, what is your favorite trope? Anybody? Whoever feels like it.
I have more than one. Is that okay to?
Okay, go ahead.
Well, of course, enemies to lovers. That's I am. Ever since Sotus, I'm like yes. So, and I don't know. Lately, I've been seeing. First, I was like, I don't know. It's because those things are not happening here in the Netherlands. So for me, it was like, but I kind of like the fact that families come together, like adoptive families or something, and then they fall in love, that kind of thing. But first I was like, you cannot be your family, but they're not really family, I don't know how you call that trope. I don't know.
Step brothers, cousins.
Yeah, something. Yeah, that's
Hashtag brother boyfriend. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I was like, why do I like this? It's like, okay.
Okay. Anybody else with their favorite trope? I can't say trope. Throw. Who has a favorite trope to share?
I guess I'll go next then. I really, really like enemies to lovers. It's probably like my top one. I also really like friends to lovers. I feel like if it's done well, it's good. So yeah, those are a couple of my favorites.
Okay, so basically some existing relationship into love.
Yeah,
Right?
whether it's for originally from love or friendship or hate, here we
Yeah,
are.
once you knew each other and you had that connection before, all right?
Strangers to
Yep.
lovers is boring. No one.
Right? You don't know anything about me.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they have some connected past. Like, can we drop that?
Okay. My favorite, I think, is probably going to be one of the least favorite of many Westerners, because I live in Japan and I have a bit of a Japanese mentality.
She did.
I really love misunderstandings that could, especially the ones that could have been so easily cleared up. Topper's face.
Yeah, that's why we have 40 episode long BL series.
But like I feel like, especially, okay, as you mentioned, 40 episodes long. In Japan, the BL are shorter, right? So if it keeps going for too long, it's like, oh, come on already, kind of thing. But generally, I think this stems out of being here, like the way the language is. We just drop all the pronouns, drop all the objects. We just, throw a verb, and you're like, who did what? It's just a verb. How do I know? And so I enjoy watching real life people confuse each other because the language is like this. And so then I enjoy that on the screen as well, right? So I really, I love when they just are just like, especially if it's like already shenanigans. Like if it's a serious show and people are misunderstanding each other, it's a bit different. But like, if it's already a shenanigans thing and they're misunderstanding, right? I also really love being very confused about love. Like, oh, he bought me roses and champagne. He can't possibly like me,
No, never.
He's being very nice.
Right?
Why?
And everybody around you is like, he likes it. You're like, what are you talking about? I love this
That's
nonsense. This is my specific type of nonsense. How about you, Topher? What are your faves?
I do love a good enemies to lovers, but I really love forced cohabitation, where we, for some reason, are forced to live in a house together, and through living in this house together, love builds. I don't know why I eat it up every time, but I just do. It just, especially as someone who doesn't like people in their house, I don't know why I love it so much. But for some reason, I just every time just nom 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 nom, give it to me.
I do remember this about you in kitchens, right?
I do love a good kitchen.
Right.
Again,
don't
in
come in my
BL,
kitchen in real life, but
yes, in BL, I love food as a catalyst for love. I love cooking and being in the kitchen and sharing that time together. But in real life, I need you out of my kitchen. I need you out of my
Agreed.
space when I'm trying to cook, because you're a distraction and you're in my way. But in BL, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
okay. So guys in the chat, feel free to let us know what is your favorite trope. I see Pratik in here with enemies to lovers as well. Lois Easy said the Taiwan trope. I know we have been past that for like 10 minutes and we still all know that we're talking about stepbrothers. Like, it got into a bit more spaces, but yes, we know that that's going to be Taiwan all the way. So let us know your favorite tropes. How about, do you have any favorite settings or character archetypes or family tropes or specific spaces? Like, I think I also, for setting, I like in people being in a house as well, as Topher was saying with the forced cohabitation. That is one of my faves, just because you get to experience everything so like naturally, kind of, this is who I really am, especially again coming from Japan, where we are so well known for having like a public persona. All of that's gone when you're in the house. Plus you get like, gratuitous, upper bodies, like nipples everywhere, dripping shower scene. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because I just watched Pure Love Bring It On Japanese BL movie that's in cinemas right now for the 4th time today. And there's a scene where like Jutaro's just dripping on a sleeping Aloha. And I'm
Pure
like,
Love?
right? Pure Love, bring it on. It's still in cinemas, so
I'll
it'll
find
be a
it. Don't
while.
worry. I'll find
it. But yeah, so I do enjoy that for a setting trope. Do you guys have a setting that you really like, or a character archetype that you really like in your tropes?
Well, I like something like Lost in the Woods or something like they're forced to survive, and they don't like each other and is forced to be together. A little bit like Kin Porsche, but there are others. I like that. So maybe because I would not survive at all. So.
Yeah, like I feel like there's in 2 major types of people here, and there are people who like to watch things that are just like them, and there are people who enjoy watching things that are just the opposite of them.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And I like when there's like mystery or something magical, something weird going on with ghosts or whatever. I need something, not just like we started in university, with normal things. I like that we have extra things now, like
Mama Mochi
vampires.
hates university. Gotcha.
Yeah, we need some of these actors to like graduate high school, university,
Exactly.
all that.
Yeah.
Enter
Be
the working world,
yeah, in the
adult
grown-up world. Exactly. More adult thingies.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, AJ? Do you have a setting that you particularly like?
I do like kind of like the forced cohabitation thing too, because I feel like it forces them to get to know each other whether they want to or not. So that's good. And also kind of like the fake dating thing, like we're going to pretend we're dating so other people will leave us alone, because then they're forced to also get to know each other, and then you get that really awkward, like, do I really like them, or is it just because we're around each other and we're pretending to date, but I can't say I like them, because if I do, well, they might not like me because this is just all pretend. I do enjoy that dilemma.
Yeah, like again, with the misunderstanding and not understanding love and that kind of stuff, I feel like it's just magnifying real things, because there is a point in a relationship when you're like, is this am I into this person, or is this just gas? Like there's just that space where you're just like, but it, of course it's 9,000 times bigger in BL, right? Like you're like, that is clearly not no. But again, and how about character archetypes? I really love like happy-go-lucky sunshine boy type of character, because I like shenanigans, right? And that's one of the best ones to have shenanigans with. Like, well, I have no idea what's going on, with anything. I'm just happy, kind of thing. And on the other end of the extreme, because I, nothing if not completely bipolar of a person, I love a red flag. Not like Vegas level red flag, but
a little red flag.
Like you would not talk to this person in real life, right? Ritsu from End of the World with You, who he just, in his college days, he was just like, he was community dong. I mean,
yes.
And they don't explain it away, right? Sometimes you get like a redeemer, and it's just like, nope, he's not. He was just a teenager, right? He was a happy, active teenager. And they don't change that, when we get into the present time, right? So that's my extremes: happy-go-lucky or just red, all red. How about you, Topher? What's your fave archetype for tropes?
I do love, I've already mentioned forced cohabitation, but I do love a good red thread of fate, past lives type of connection when done well. I'm biased by my first introduction with Until We Meet Again. I'm completely biased.
Yeah, we all are.
But I do love a red thread of fate moment. I also, if we're talking specific character types, I'm fond to a golden retriever boyfriend. To an extent, because again, it's similar to the kitchen thing where it's like they are so adorable. Oh my god, he's so precious. I want to hug him on TV.
Yes.
Yes.
In real life, it is too much energy being pointed at me, and I'm like, it's 7:00 in the morning. I can't do this. I can't do this.
Okay. AJ, any favorite character archetypes?
I really like what we always refer to in my streams as the sweet summer child, the one that's like they're so cute and oblivious and just like too innocent for their own good sometimes. It's like, we must protect him at all costs. And then I also like that I'm on the other end of the spectrum where it's like, the bad boy that probably has one too many red flags as long as they're not anything crazy. So, yeah. The one that's always out of touch with his emotions and doesn't know what's going on.
Okay. Mama Mochi, any favorite character types for you?
Yeah, the tall, dark, mysterious, quiet ones.
Okay. This is also giving Until We Meet Again, but okay.
No, I was more like Hanjan and Wei Wuxian. I like the I am more like Wei Wuxian, like like that. Ask little dude. He's sometimes like 7:00 in the morning, like, Mom, can you stop? It's early. I'm like that. But I like Lanjan, the mysterious, not smiling, dark. He has a lot of going on, but don't speak it. I like the mysterious ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. How about with family? So Mama Mochi talked a bit about like chosen family type trope. What kind of things do you like to see in family in BL? Because I feel like family comes up a lot. And I know one that Western people tend to hate is forgiving your family for doing something stupid. Very, very stupid, right?
Yes.
And of course, being in Asia, it's normal and it doesn't bother me at all because it's just Tuesday, right? But what family tropes do you guys love? I do kind of love, it depends on the type of show, because usually I'm in shenanigans field. But if I am in, very realistic field, I do like when they stick our two leads with a kid, somehow. So whether it be like, Stay With Me style, where you have like, it's somebody's little sister, or if you have like Chosen Home, where they're kind of protecting this random kid that kind of lives in the same apartment building, I do like making the family happen with a kid. Any family tropes you guys like to see?
I love healthy and living grandparents.
Especially healthy,
I love to see healthy, happy, living grandparents.
Exactly. We don't believe you.
I love seeing healthy, happy, well-off grandparents in BL. It makes me happy. That is my story, and I am sticking to it.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we will pretend that we believe Topher. We will pretend that. What kind of family tropes do you guys like?
I know what I don't like.
It's not my fault, Sue.
It's not gonna be my parents for real. Oh, exactly.
Not my fault.
Okay. Yeah. What do you guys like, AJ and Mamuchi, about family types?
No, I said what I mostly know is what I don't like in family,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like the not understanding when their kid is gay, and I always get angry with the parents or grandparents that they want to bring a female or whatever, I misunderstanding and not seeing your child. I get angry. I don't like those things. That's what I don't want to watch in families. I really get angry.
On the flip side of that, especially considering Asia, where people like I say this all the time, but like 15 years ago, a gay Japanese man told me gay people don't exist in Japan. And I've just been unpacking that for like 15 years. But I also, on the flip side of that, like to see them grow. Because if they are super against it right at the beginning and they grow into a person, not just get forgiven because magic forgiveness, but they grow into a person that, understands it. Because like if you have not been faced with something ever, right, it's you can expect that someone will just, take some time to deal with that. But if they take the time and they get to the place, then I actually really like that.
I can like that, but there are some where nothing happens and the parents or grandparents stay the same,
Right,
and that's hurtful. I find that so hurtful for
real life. If anybody's watching it from real life, right?
Yeah.
And also, like, I don't like when they do the whole, like, one of the parents, grandparents, whoever is unaccepting of it, and then, like, in the end, like, it's just kind of okay, and there was no conversation, there was no, like, character growth. It was just kind of like an afterthought, and it's just kind of like, okay, well, he was horrible about, or they were horrible about it now, and now it's just okay, but we didn't actually deal with the issue at hand.
Exactly. We need the healing. Yeah.
But I think that's why it's refreshing sometimes to see BLs with, like, at least one supportive parent that's like standing up for their kid, because it's just like I can't stand when it's like two parents and one of them is mad about it and the other one just kind of lets it happen. I'm like, excuse you, like I could never. And I think that's what makes me so angry, is like, how can you do that to your own kid? Like, what is wrong with you?
Exactly.
Okay, so those are some of the things that we liked, mostly. What are some tropes that you're like, nope? What are your nope tropes? Yeah, nope tropes. Anybody have a nope trope? Like, but I feel like I can basically watch anything. Japan has desensitized me so much. But like my least favorite up until now, not that I hate it, it just, I'm not like going to trip over myself to run to watch it, has been Step Brothers, because I'm always like, what? Like Mamochi was saying, like, what? But
exactly.
Again, today I went to the movie and they have a bit of the main leads are not brothers, but they have a bit of a brother dynamic, and they do bring it up in a way in the show. And I was like, you know what? These brothers I could get behind. Maybe it's not even the wrong brothers.
I too can get behind them.
Right? Yeah. So yeah, how do you guys what do you guys think of, well, your nope tropes? What are your no's?
Have you seen The Effect? The BL, The Effect?
No, I've heard of it.
I've seen it, and that's a big no to me. It will make me cry. I will not. It's about SA, and it's horrible. It's very traumatizing for the one who got SA, but also for us, the viewer. So that's a big no for me.
Okay.
I'm not happy that I saw it. I wish I could unsee it.
Yeah.
How about you, AJ? Any tropes that you don't need?
Yeah, the essay to lovers thing, I really feel like it is a bad design. And I think what bothers me the most about it, though, is that they play it off like, well, it's okay after the fact because they're in love now. And that really, really bothers me. But that goes for any tropes and stuff that are kind of like sketchy at first, even like with the parents that are, or the grandparents that are against their kids being gay and things like that. And then suddenly, like, it's just an afterthought that they're fine with everything. It's like, I need to see the moment. I need to see the conversation. I need to actually see the character growth. Because if we're just playing it off like everything's okay now, because, oh, well, they're not going to do that again, or they're not going to be mean about it, or we're in love now. Like, all that stuff. It's just like, I need things sorted out properly. And I feel like most BLs don't unpack the trauma from that. It's just kind of there, and then it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like in general, we should, set a standard for the vibe. If we are watching, like, I love shenanigans, like I say, like every 3 minutes. But if we're watching shenanigans and we're skipping along happily, then things should stay in that vibe, right? Mm-hmm. If we're doing a serious show, where you have deep issues happening, then you should deal with the deep issues. So like if I'm in shenanigans, I don't expect problems to get any sort of, proper depth or whatever. Run them right over. That's fine, right? Mm-hmm. We're in shenanigans world. But, when you're in that space, for me, like stay in your space, right? Your show should tell you. I feel like a show should tell you beforehand what the show is going to be. I mean, occasionally there's the blind side, main character died or whatever. We not mention who, but occasionally that happens, and that's fine because it's supposed to be a blind side. But if we are normally, we should be able to look at the trailer, the manga, the novel, whatever, and know this show is going to be in this space, and it should act like it's in that space, right? You shouldn't be like, this is a serious show, but also we're not going to deal with any of the issues we bring up, right? Topher, any thoughts from you? Your nopes?
Yeah, I have a couple. I mean, one has been mentioned multiple times. The whole essay to love pipeline. That's something I've talked about ad nauseum in my BL reaction journey over the years. Because it's, for me, and I've said it a number of times, it's not even the presence of essay in a series or a presence of red flags or a presence of this stuff happening that gives me reason for pause, or that makes me feel uncomfortable. It's the presentation. And there's a lot of times, not always, but there's been a lot of times, especially in the BL world from things I've seen, where it's like, hey, this is happening, but you have the most soothing, romantic background music. You have the most gorgeous lighting. And I'm like, this is a crime. This is a literal crime. Why are we presenting this as the most romantic thing in the world? No, this is assault, friends. And there have been so many times. I remember when I was reacting to Kin Porsche, I had to fight in the comments, in my own comment section, because there were so many people saying, you are overreacting. They are just characters. They're not real people. This, that, the other. I'm like, I don't fucking care if they're not real people. I don't care if they're just characters. This is the situation that they're presenting to me. So if you want me to hop on board this romantic train, like if it's not supposed to be a romantic thing, fine, cool, we can tell whatever story. But if you were trying to convince me as a viewer that this is a romantic ship and I'm supposed to hop aboard this romantic ship and, set sail, there are certain things that need to happen in a certain way. And when it starts with, hey, here's assault happening, like it doesn't get me excited. It doesn't, tickle my taste buds. So there were so many people I had to fight in the comment section. And then like 2 or 3 episodes later, Kin and Porsche had a conversation. They brought it up in universe, had a conversation about the entire thing, and he apologized. And at that very moment, I turned to the audience. I'm like, fucking told you. I told you so. Because if it was not an issue, why did the characters in universe have to bring it up? Why did they have to have a discussion about it if it was not an important issue? So like, it's just one of those things that like, it gets me heated under the collar whenever people say, oh, you're just overreacting. They're fake people, so you shouldn't have to worry about it. I'm like, no, I don't care if they're fake people. These are still very real circumstances. These are still very real things that other people see. I'm not saying that all TV is, you know, influential and everyone's out here watching this stuff as kids and this, that, the other, but there are a lot of emotionally immature adults in the world who are watching this kind of stuff, who've been through all manner of bad relationships, and seeing this is like, okay, this could be validation. Oh yeah, maybe I'm not crazy. Maybe I should stay with him, or, you know, this, that, the other. I'm like, no, this is not an example of a great relationship. So like, if there are conversations that take place, if the work is shown, like, hey, these characters are truly trying to work past this, and they are putting in the effort to change, to absolve for these sins or whatever it is. I'm like, okay, take me on that journey. I love a journey. I love a character arc. I love growth. That's great. But if you're just telling me love fixed everything, this is not one of those things that love can fix for me. There's a lot of things that my love can fix, but unfortunately that is not one of those things that for me that love can just magically kiss away. So yeah, that's one of my another one that's not quite as aggressive, but I think I could do with it being retired. The evil female ex.
Yes. Yeah.
I love an evil female ex.
I get so tired. I'm like, girl, why are you here? Go away.
Yeah.
Just go away, you.
Go on,
I'm like, you're already on thin ice in this BL series, and now you want to act up in universe. Get out of here. I got cute boys to watch. Why are you here?
Yeah, go away.
I agree.
Oh, I quite like the evil ex because it gives me like a space where I could just, you know, hate on somebody. Like, I love it. Because like there's people like, you know, normally you're supposed to be behind certain characters, especially in het drama where you have a male lead and a female lead. Halftime, like I do not identify very strongly with Asian females. A little better with like, you know, Barbados or whatever, but in general, not very strongly with female anything, right? And so like, you know, they're being female, and I'm like, I'm supposed to identify with this character, but I am not. And then I have to fight with myself, but no, here's a girl, and I can just hate her. Yay!
Yay!
I do enjoy that.
You're a special cookie.
Let's get some check up on the comments a bit. So Venus said they like period and historical dramas and isekai. I find that we don't get that very lot in BL, but I do like those in general, right? So if we get more of that, we do have an isekai anime right now, and it's magical dunk. We have been over this, you know, like
magical dunk.
You know, he heals the man with his dunk. So how do you? I mean,
what channel is this on? I'm having so many things in my watch list.
Oh,
Notes.
Probably if you Google bean counter, you will find it. Let's see. Mala Mill says sucker for the golden retriever black cat character types, and also a total hussy for red and black flag characters. I don't know what you call it, but whatever tall guy from Samantha Error was annoying. Yeah, just annoying. I'm going to annoy you into love. Literally. What's the worst though? Because he asked, what do you hate? I'm going to be that. I'm going to be exactly what you hate, right? And then, let's see. Healthy and living grandparents yet. Topher and lies.
These are facts.
Lies. Sue mentioned perfect headliners have an awful mom. Awful moms in general. Like, I feel like our moms, we rarely get like normal-ish moms, middle of the road moms. We get super supportive, which is great. Not saying it's bad. Or like, can you burn in the pit of hell, please?
Yeah.
You know, there's just no in between for moms, right? Venus likes seeing strong sibling bonds, like in me and T. Essay to Love Pipeline needs to go. Yes. Sue says she doesn't mind if they're not biological. Like, at this point, we've had Topher and his it's not my brother.
It's not my family. I will watch hashtag Set Brother Boyfriend all day, every day. It's not my family.
Whatever happened on Tarhon Chola T was a big wild no. What part of Tarhon Chola T was a big wild no? I don't. It wasn't the whole show.
The entire show.
I enjoyed that show though, because again,
was it the part where Chon Lati was being drugged or the bathroom part, or the hotel part, or he just going through the whole series?
Oh yeah, that show was interesting. Unknown was a trip, but I could enjoy it because no bloodline. This is another thing with Step Brothers. I think the length of time is always weird, right, for me. So like, if you know, getting into history, right? History 1, Stay Away From Me. What the heck is it named in English? Maybe it's named Stay Away From Me. I don't remember what it's named. Okay. I'm sorry, having problems with my English today. And History 2, Crossing the Line, the side couple. They have both been brothers for 3 minutes, right? Like, literally, like, they start in History 1 by meeting each other as stepbrothers at the beginning of the show, right? So that's fine. You don't have any sibling bond, right? But then we have History 4, where you've been there since you were 7. I mean, like, what were you doing when you were 7? And it's not even like, it's just so yeah. That was
I think for me with that, it's the pre-existing relationship, what that kind of entails. That's what matters for me. Like, if you're just meeting, or like, even if you knew each other and you weren't really like brothers, you were just kind of there existing in each other's spaces, like, that's different. But I don't like this thing if like it presents them as a family, as brothers, as they grew up at a certain point together and they had that brother relationship, and then we try to force it into a romantic thing. I'm like, no thank you. But you know, if they're the kind that, like, even if they grew up together, they never got along and were never really around each other, then that's a different type of relationship. But I think if they are presenting it as these guys are brothers, they have a brother relationship, they've had one for a long time, then I'm just kind of like, how about let's leave this what is, and I
don't know. I can kind of understand it. If I had somebody who was not family and grew up with, that you can have this special bond that comes into love. I kind of understand it. I don't know what's wrong with it.
It's like an extension of the friends to lovers.
Yeah, exactly.
Very close friends.
Yeah.
Super best friends.
So I don't know. That's what I said. My mind's like, why do I like this? But somehow I don't know. I can kind of see it. I don't know. I'm weird, I know.
I mean, you're not alone. There's a market. There's an entire market for it, so you're not alone.
Obviously, people. I
never knew that I would like it. You know, it's like, okay.
But I feel like BL is, you know, for porn is like that, you know, like Crazy Spaces or whatever. I feel like BL is like 3 steps away from, you know, porn is like that, but BL is also, you know, these spaces that you would not be able to explore in real life, you know, like, you really can't, like, the red flags in BL you would just not go near, because why would you do this to yourself, right?
Right.
And you get to explore those spaces in general, and also explore that part of your personality that, you know, like, yeah, call me horrible names. Why don't you? Yes. Oh, I like that. You don't want that. You don't want that in real life, right?
No.
So like all of those spaces, right? Like Mr. Get Out of My Kitchen gets to explore. What if I could be, you know, laid back and accept somebody baking cookies with me, you know, that kind of stuff. So
Exactly.
yeah, it's good to be able to explore it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Venus said they're getting tired of shippers in these shows. Like, these are real people. For me, I have the line of, this is like shenanigans and this is real. So if it's like real, you know, in that sphere and you're shipping, no, right? If it's shenanigans, it's hilarious, right? And also, like, it depends on the type of shipping. Like, if I am like, I like these two people together, you know, that's fine. But if I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, these are totally like, you know, characters in my storybook. Yeah. So how do you guys feel about shippers in BL?
For me, it depends. Because like in my headspace, especially like when we're like in the crossing to like the university realm of BL, where like that's a whole different culture. There's the 700 fanboy pages to every main character on campus, and no one has a private life. I'm like, is this what university is like? Because I'll take online classes. Like I don't have time for any of this. But like there are a lot of those like university BLs where like you have those intense shippers. They're like, oh my God, this is our entire personality. I love this person, that person, fan club. They were seen together for like 30 seconds. Oh my God, it's happening. It's happening. I'm like, my head just compartmentalizes this. It's a product of the time. It's a product of the time. And then people tell me, Topher, that came out last year. And I'm like, oh, you mean this wasn't 2019? Oh, well, so in my head, it just automatically compartmentalizes to, oh, it's an older series. It's just a product of time. It's fine. We've moved past that. So yeah, I don't, to a certain extent, I can see shenanigans, but sometimes it gets to the point where I'm like, please go away. Please go away. Like I was watching, was it Fish Upon the Sky on my own a couple weeks ago, and there were two shippers in that where I was just like, well, one specifically where I'm like, oh my God, go away. Like, this is my life, not my life, but like, this is the guy's life. You are invading all. What do you mean you're gonna send people to his house and, you know, videotape his parents? And like, I'm like, go away, you. Like, those people, I'm like, please go away. But if it's just like a little, you know, Fujoshi in the corner, like, ooh, boys, I'm like, oh, she's sweet. Yeah, same girl.
Right. I definitely feel that about Mei Fang in History 4. Like, Mei Fang is one of the best things that happen in History 4.
I agree. I agree, Yemi.
It's like, what's going on?
Come back to
I agree,
us.
Yes,
Mei Fang, everything.
Yeah, but I think for me as well, it's like, I think if I go into something expecting everything to be kind of lighthearted and like we're just here for the shenanigans, if there's shippers and it's not like crazy toxic, we're good. But I think if you're in a more serious setting, I don't like the kind of behind the scenes people that are like, oh, well, these two, they looked at each other once and now they need to be together and we're going to be toxic and stalk them and do all these inappropriate things to try to confirm that they're going to be together. And I'm just like, no, you need to sit back down and find a hobby or something. Like,
go knitting.
Something.
Crochet.
But yeah, but I think that goes with anything, like some of the tropes and things we've talked about. It's like, I love me a good mess, and I can even handle toxic if that's what I expect going in. but like I don't like this. It's presented as, oh, this is going to be a nice romantic relationship and they're going to fall in love, and then like it's just a toxic string of stuff, and in the end they're like, oh, everything's great because we are actually in love now. I'm like, no. But also I think too, it go with me, it's like with some things, like if it depends on the characters too. If you go into something knowing like, okay, these are not going to be like, you know, morally sound people doing morally sound things, and you're kind of like, you go in with that expectation, then like I can handle that. But again, let me know what I'm in for. Don't give me a nice fluffy trailer of love and everything, and then it's just like it's a disaster.
Venus says, but AJ, those are their hobbies.
I know, but find a new hobby.
She's back.
Hello, I feel like
Welcome
Jordy,
back.
that one, that one podcast where Jordy just kept dropping out. Oh, my computer hates me today. Okay.
It was really funny. It was really funny.
Yeah, I'm in the middle
I
of a
agreed with
thought.
everything you said.
Yeah,
I blame Synergic though, because I was like, Synergic, clip something. Let me go see what it is, and then everything froze.
Nice going, Sean.
I'm like, I'm a little afraid. What did he clip? And then no. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Hey DramaLlama fam, real quick before we get back to the video. If you love BL series, shipping characters, and talking about every wild plot twist, then you should check out the DramaLllama platform. It's a community built specifically for BL fans. So instead of shouting into the void of regular social media, you're surrounded by people who actually get the obsession. On DramaLllama, you can share reactions to the latest episodes, post about your favorite couples, discover new BL series to watch, and join the conversations with fans from all over the world. Whether you're into Thai BL, Korean BL, Japanese BL, Taiwanese BL, Filipino BL, Vietnamese BL, Chinese BL, or you just love a good enemies to lovers storyline, you'll find your people there. It's basically a fandom home base for BL lovers. So if that sounds like your kind of chaos, then click the link in the description and join the DramaLlama community today. All right, let's get back to the video.
Okay, so you say you go to bed, Sean. You say you Topher knows. Yeah, so what else do we have here? So what newer tropes have you seen popping up, and how do you feel about them?
Newer tropes.
I would say, for one, the inclusion of actual gay people. It's not so new, but like, you know, at the beginning of BL drama, it was all like, I don't like guys, I like you, which I do not have any problem with at all. I actually enjoy that. However, I feel like for me, the diversity, you know, we're in a space where we have 8 million shows now. We can have everything. It is perfectly fine to have everything. So I like that we have people who are from the start, like, I am gay, you know, especially from a Western standpoint, where in Japan, a lot of, you know, recently some gay people do watch BL, but not necessarily. Actually, today there was like an 80-year-old guy at the movie, and I'm like, do you know what this movie is about? Have you accidentally wandered in here? Like,
Back in my day, we called.
Right? But yeah, so like I feel like we can have both spaces, and I'm glad to see that we get more of this space where people are like right from the start, like, yeah, I'm into guys, right? Yeah, so what recent tropes? Venus mentioned seeing weddings has been nice. So we have had, especially since Thailand passed their law, we have had more Thai weddings. Japan has had a few weddings. I don't think we've seen any out of Korea yet. I don't remember. But Taiwan and Japan have both had weddings in theirs. Again, well, it's legal in Taiwan. It's been since 2017. So Taiwan's always had that space, but we see much more now with Thailand, right?
Yeah.
Any other tropes, newer tropes that you're enjoying?
I've enjoyed, and I don't really know that it's a trope in general, but I've enjoyed seeing older couples present. I feel like over the last couple of years, I've seen more series have older protagonists versus just, all right, we're the same 22-year-old people, but now we're going to put you in a suit and say you're an adult and you're in an office. Like, no, these are people who feel like, yeah, they're adults. They're lived.
Laws of attraction.
Yes, laws of attraction. Hell, old-fashioned cupcake. Even the dad in
which one of the many dads is going to come up now?
Osan's Love. Or Osan's Love Thailand, where it's like these are older, not old, but like in comparison to the 22-year-olds. Yes. Like these are older. They're people closer to my age. They're people when I go to their My Drama List page, I'm like, oh, okay.
Safe to drool.
Yes, like I'm not shocked.
Yes. Safe to drool.
Because there's so many times where I'll go look and I'm like, oh my God, Earth has been on my heart and my mind for so many years. He's been playing an adult since I was introduced to him. He must be. What do you mean he's 3 years younger than me? What do you mean every person in GMMTV is 6 years younger than me? What do you mean?
I think there's one person in GMM, and it's not even in BL, and that is my age. So yeah, it's not a. It's kind of hard to grow up in this, in this industry. Maybe it will get better with time. We will see.
Yeah, so like I've enjoyed seeing some of those older couples because I'm like, I can relate to them. The younger couples I can enjoy. I can, try and empathize with, but I'm not there anymore. I'm not there. And when I was there, I wasn't doing this. So I'm like,
no.
So like I don't relate to it. I can just kind of empathize and sit back and enjoy and la-di-da-di-da. But like the older couples, I'm like, yes, I'm more in this space of life. I too don't want to get up to go to work in the morning. I too would love a magical man to appear at my job. There are all these things that I would love to happen, and just like I can relate to that more. So I like seeing that sort of representation.
Yeah, Venus also agrees that we should have more adult couples living their lives already as a couple, though.
Yeah, and I think that's what I'd like to see more of. Yeah, I think that's what I'd like to see more of. Like just even like kind of like the slice of life, like they're already established couple and we're seeing how they do their day to day and how they're navigating the world, I guess.
I do think with BL, like a giant chunk of what separates it from, other romantic genres or whatever is that they almost have to get together. So I think, like, I don't know that will change significantly. It might, but I don't know.
I'd be for season 2 of some of these ones that got together, and then we see how they navigate things after they're together.
Yes.
Yeah.
But without creating unnecessary drama or problems. Like another person comes into the scene.
What do you mean?
They're gonna get a second season. They're gonna give us some crazy drama.
This is why I don't like second seasons, because like we just worked so hard to get together. Now it's like, like what? Why?
Oh, but I did love To My Star season 2.
Yes, I was just thinking.
Oh. Got the writing and how that played out. It's just like it got you in the feels, and I'm just like, I need more of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a wider community thing as well, because in Asia, I feel like we just don't keep the same show. Like, we would be like the Americas, you'll have something like Grey's Anatomy with like 22, 23 seasons.
Thinking Grey's.
Right? And it's like you're at the point where there's 2 characters from the first season and everybody else has moved on, and and the plot just gets wilder and wilder. It's starting to turn into a soap opera. But that if there's still an audience, why go build a new audience when you can, just keep this audience going, right? And so we have even, not as long as Grey's, but like Supernatural or Gilmore Girls or things that go for 6-7 years, right? And Asia just never got into that space. It's just like, here is a show. It is marketed as a show, and it's, it starts here and it ends here. And this is the number of episodes we need. Or in some cases, this is the number of episodes we think we need, but we really needed half of that.
Yep.
But like, it's just, we just never.
Here's how many episodes we're filling with stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
We've never gone into that space of like, this naturally lends itself to a second season. I feel like Asian drama is more like how we think of books in the West. Like, you don't read a good book. Like, you might make up fan fiction in your head or whatever, but people don't read a good book and then go online and say, oh man, this needs a sequel, because it's done. It's like a movie, right? It's done and it's here. And that's how we think of dramas, I think. So yeah. It's a bit, I don't know. It's a bit iffy for me.
I do like how, like, even if they sometimes wrap it up very badly at the end, but like, it's kind of like, this is it. This can be a definite ending. And then once in a great while, when we do get like a second season or something like that, or a special movie or something at the end, like, it can work. But it's just like, there's so many like of our Western shows that they decide to cancel, and we don't even get like an ending. And I'm just like, well, thanks. I've been watching this for how many years, and now it's just like, that's it, gone. So it's just like, I do like the idea of the series is supposed to kind of wrap up in the allotted episodes, and like, that's kind of like your accepted ending.
Back to the adult couples thing, I would also like to add, I like seeing, so it's great if they're a main couple, but I also like seeing them as just pop up in another story. Like, the one that's popping into my head right now is Caged Again, where we had Armin Porsche show up as, helping them. But it's just good to have that established couple, because I feel like they're, with the tropes of BL, etc., it is pretty hard to do established adult couple. Maybe adult couple getting together, but I feel like after a certain time, it's very much less likely that they would be getting together. At 40 or 50 or whatever, they've probably been together, right? And I like that we get a glimpse of that in another show, right? So if we could have more of those as well, right? Any other new tropes that you're enjoying?
I don't know if it's a trope, but I like that we see real transgender people appear in Thai BL. Yeah. But
I don't. I think that's very much Thailand in a good way. Because normally when I'm like, that's a Thai problem. It's not
in a good way. In a good way. Yeah.
This is finally, look, Thailand did a good thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't. Like, I feel like in Japan, like, people in that space are usually in a comedic space, whether or not because they want to be in a comedic space, I don't know. But yeah, they tend not to be in BL or something, right? From Venus, I don't know if it's a trope, but I've seen in a few shows, show an older gay who in their youth couldn't be free, and we get to see them see the acceptance. Gives warm, fuzzy feelings. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I also want to know if you would like to see any Western tropes start popping up in Asian BL, or if you've seen any. I think one that depends on the type of show, but I used to read a lot of young adult fiction when I was not a young adult, but young adult fiction loves a love triangle, right? And because of the tendency of Asian drama in general to know which two characters are going to end up together, like, even we have the word second couple syndrome, because we know second lead syndrome, because we know this person will not win, right? We know this before BL, from K-drama, from J-drama. We know this person is not going to win. We know the
sweet
first
boy,
lead
my beautiful man.
We know the first lead is going to screw up at some point. The second lead will swoop in like a hero, and not have any chance at all. Be amazing, be perfect, and then the lead is going to go back. The main character, the lead, will get back together, right? We know this. But yeah, so I would like to see occasionally. I do feel like that is a very strong thing of BL. Just knowing where it ends maybe gives you like a sense of like, it relieves some anxiety. You don't have to think about where it's going, right? But occasionally, especially if the show lends itself to that, like, we just had Only Friends Part 2 start, a messiness. Have a love triangle where nobody knows where it's going, right? We had secret relationships last year, right? Like, which way is this going? That's not even a love triangle. That was a love square.
No,
but
was there love? I don't know.
There was a square. Maybe no love, but some square. It
was a wild ride.
But yeah, so I would like to see that from Western drama occasionally, not all the time. Any tropes you would love to see from Western drama?
I'm with Malamel on this. Don't know if it's a Western trope, but give us our thruple.
Please.
Please.
What was the show?
Free will be free.
Unforgotten Night.
Yes.
The one random, like, it wasn't even. Where did it come from?
Apparently, it's in the novel or source material. I think that's what people were telling me. I'm like, look, this is the one time
No.
This is the one time I'm like, yes, there was no prep.
No, it was totally there.
I was like, you know what? I'm fine. This is fine.
We accept it.
Yeah. Any other tropes that you would like to see from the West move into Asia?
I don't watch things from the West, so I don't know.
That's valid.
I'm giving up on the West.
Yes, definitely. Yes. Sorry.
I feel like I've anyone who's watched my streams can agree. I kind of concur with what you were just saying, Yemi, about just liking that sense of unpredictability in the pairing. Like, yes, it's nice to, have that comfort series. I'm like, okay, I know these two are gonna come together in the end, but it's nice just from a storytelling perspective to have the other person, the second lead syndrome person, at least feel like a viable option. At least feel like they are throwing their hat in the ring. That's one thing I liked about Burnout Syndrome, where I'm like, yeah, I know it's an Off-Gun series. I know Off-Gun are probably going to end up together, but Do felt like his character at least felt like he stood some sort of a chance. It felt like he was throwing his hat in the ring. And I'm like, okay, great. So yeah, I would love us to go even further where it's like, maybe they just don't end up together. Maybe this person and that person, like someone said earlier in the chat, maybe all the pairs just have a key party and we just end up with a different partner. I'm like, that sounds lovely. Like, that's what I was hoping Only Friends was going to be the first season. Yeah. Before we
they pulled, we know GMM is going to pull a punch, So I wonder if it was though, because remember they did recut a lot of stuff. So yeah, it might have been, and then they got scared, right?
Yeah, so it's like I would love that them to like commit, not just GMM TV and just BL in general. Like I'd love more series to commit to. I know these are the leads, but maybe they won't end up together. Maybe they'll end up with this person. Yeah. Maybe they're a nice idea now, but they're not a nice idea long term. Or maybe this is just a summer romance. Like, whatever it may be. Like I like that sense of, because like when I can predict a series after 3 episodes, then I'm more of a passive watcher at that point. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Called it. Yeah,
I missed back when I first got into all this BL stuff, when I didn't know ships were a thing, and I was just kind of like, I don't know who's going to end up together. I think it's going to be these two, but we'll see. It was new and shiny, and I didn't know there was all this stuff.
For a second there, you said new and shiny, and I was like, you had a partner named Shiny? Oh, okay. English. Okay.
We are brainwashed with ships and
You just said
that's
you were
before all that.
feeling
Before I
like-
knew ships were a thing, and
Yeah. I don't want ships. I don't like ships.
I don't mind ships, just, like I'm not a fan. Like there isn't any ship that there's only one ship that I like both people. And I like them separately because I came into BL when they were separate, Chris and Joe, right?
Yeah, of course.
But like I don't mind it at all because I understand how Thailand works and stuff. However, it would be nice if we, especially like the smaller companies, you're like, I feel like you're not selling merch like that or whatever. You're not selling producer gigs or, you could take some risks,
Yes.
have some fun with it. But
Yes.
yeah,
Orgy.
so
Yeah.
yes. So let's see. Okay, so what about mini tropes? So I think in BL we tend to use the word trope as like a type of situation or an archetype, right? But there's also things that just happen repeatedly, all right? Like I am going to trip and somehow without breaking our noses, we are going to kiss, right?
Yes.
As we fall. Like I'm like, how do you not break your nose? This is my biggest, because I feel like, you would
I don't think you ever will kiss if you fall. But
it would be so hard to do this in real life.
yeah.
What are your mini tropes that you just like, you just love, even though it might be stupid and not realistic at all? Those things that just keep happening. I do, apart from the kiss thing, I do like, slip and fall. But not fall like right to the ground, just like the other person has to catch you. I'm like, oh.
and then the moment that they eyes meet and they melt.
Right. What are your mini tropes that you guys like?
Wow.
One of my favorite is very Thai. It is very Thai. Yemi can probably guess it.
Is it SpongeBob?
It is the SpongeBob.
Of course,
I love the Thai SpongeBob that cures all illness. It cures your cold. It cures the flu. It cures malaria. You have cancer. It cures that.
Everything.
Like everything.
it cures the sickness from the rain.
You're depressed.
Yeah.
Your car payment is overdue. Like you got overdue library books. Like it fixes everything.
Everything.
And I love
it's
it.
magical.
I love it so much. Yes, Venus, I do love the Thai button allergy too. It's been getting aggressive lately. The buttons have been.
I was just thinking about beaches, Venus, because like we go to the beach a lot, beach or mountain, right? Especially with the university BLs, you have to go to the beach or the mountains, right? Yep. And beaches, unlike mountains, give you an opportunity to have virtually no clothes on. So beaches win over mountains.
Do that on the mountain. We're going to very different mountains.
It doesn't roll like naturally into that space, right? Any more mini tropes that everybody is feeling?
I like it when they make food for each other. I like food.
Food.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that's a major trope in Japan. We just have so many shows that the whole thing is food. It's food. In the name. Our dining table, naked dining, old-fashioned cupcake. Yeah. What did you eat yesterday? It's just like in the name. They're like, this is about food. All we do is eat in Japan.
In Thailand too.
Food is a big thing for us. It's just in there. It's just in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And to talk about the biggest trope in BL, so this is something that
What?
Venus is being bad. No.
Yes, Venus.
Oh, how did you not mention that as a least favorite thing? Because I
blocked it from my memory.
Yeah, I was gonna mention the whole like the one that I don't like is everybody can play an instrument and sing, even if they can't.
Yes.
Right.
They
Everyone
can
does
be an
not need
actor
to be a
without
singer.
being a musician.
And then they'll also like go for everybody has to play a guitar. Like Chris is a drummer from the time he was little. You know, his he grew up drumming. And they won't let him drum. They didn't before the Jasper thing, they wouldn't let Pond dance. You know, like they have their things. They could work that in, especially since we are so set on ships and we know from the start who is doing what. Right? It's not like, you know, Western shows where we write a show and then we have to go find the actors. We have the actors and we write the show, right?
Yep.
So you could totally just, you know, work people's skills in there, but no, everybody has to play a guitar, right? That's the only thing they can do.
It's
acoustic,
averagely.
Yep.
Right.
The only one who can is Jeff Sutter, and the rest.
But I mean, Jeff is barely in BL
Jeff
now.
gets
I
a
mean,
free
especially
pass,
since
though, like
Bakery has disappeared.
Yes, we cannot speak on Would You Bakery anymore. Jeff said no.
Well, I thought I saw a post recently that he said something about it, like yes or
no. At this point, it's all a fever dream. We all thought up, and
it never happened. We all
someone tagged me in something on the Twitter where like
I think Jeff said we don't. He had like his company said don't talk about it anymore.
No, someone was talking about it.
Okay. Somebody did say that it was something was happening with it, and then he came out and said, "No, I don't know where y'all got that."
Yeah,
right?
no, it was fake news, Topher. It was fake news.
Don't say that.
Yes, Would You Bakery just disappeared like the alien Jeff is playing in there.
He got beamed up.
That's my least favorite trope. Would You Bakery. Would You Bakery. It makes me very sad.
Oh no, poor Would You Bakery. Disappearing shows is also a hard, like especially for Thailand. Like, how would you know in Japan or Taiwan? How would you even know? But for Thailand, where we have the prospecting trailer like 2 years beforehand, and this prospecting trailer is amazing because they always are, right?
Yes.
Even if they go back and change what is happening, the prospecting one is like, we want your money. So it's amazing, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, you've been looking forward to this for forever, and then it just poofs into nothing. So yeah,
it Would You Bakery like that.
Right?
That is going to be the term now.
Would You Bakery.
So for the biggest trope of BL, the seme-uke dynamic, right? Tops and bottoms. How do you feel about it? Is it still relevant? Historically, you know, BL isn't anything to do with gayness. It is, you know, an attack on the men that you couldn't overpower in real life. What's the worst thing a straight man can be? Gay, right? So you just, you know, put him in there and you make him have to submit, right? It's part of the history of it. But now, you know, we're into a wider space. And do you think we still need a seme-uke dynamic? Or should it go the way of the dodo? What do you guys feel about the seme-uke dynamic? Okay, so for me, for example, I think, and I think this is something I say a lot, but like I think, you know, diversity works. We can have some of this, and like seme-uke, and this is why I prefer the term seme-uke as top and bottom, because top and bottom are just bedroom positions.
Mm-hmm.
And seme and uke are character archetypes, right? So everything about the seme is, you know, that I am in charge character, right? There are various types. So some are like, you know, stronger on the aggression or whatever, and some are like, you know, more cute or whatever. But the whole character archetype is seme, right? And I like having the two archetypes. That said, I don't have a problem with not fitting completely into an archetype. And, you know, just being, these are two men. You know, one has these this set of characteristics, which this set is male traditionally, and this set is female. And they're all in this one person. They don't all have, to be the male characteristics in one and the stereotypically female characteristics in the other. It's a mix. So both work for me, especially if the seme isn't like, I'm not super attached to the uke being super feminine, right? I don't think like we need that a lot, no. So it's fine if the uke is, has some feminine traits, but I don't know that the uke has to be super feminine. Yeah. Well, how about you guys? How do you feel about the seme-uke dynamic?
I have mixed bag. I'm fine with it. Because I feel like a lot of people, especially like if we're coming from like Western mindset, like they will use the word seme-uke, top bottom interchangeably, and then they will conflate it with like the sexual position of top bottom, and like, okay, that's all they're talking about, and like it just gets very muddied and very confused. But if we're talking just like seme-uke, like in my head, like the person who is chasing versus the person being chased, not necessarily top and bottom sexually, just, hey, this is the more aggressive person, this is the more person who's being aggressed on. Well, that's a terrible
Tell her, I thought you didn't like that saying.
We were watching My Stubborn until 3 o'clock in the morning last night.
Okay.
My brain is much right now. But for me, like, I don't necessarily mind that. But I do like variety within each of those archetypes. Because like in my head, I feel like there is this mental association with, okay, the seme, they are the, more dominant one, they are the more aggressive one, they are sexually the top, they do this, that, the other, and the ukes, where it's like, it's not always that case. Sometimes you have, like, if we're talking purely sexually, sometimes you have a soft top. Sometimes you have an aggressive bottom. Sometimes you have versatile people who play both sides of the fence. One thing I love about Pavel and Poom as a pairing is
you can't get their names right.
Well, maybe I'm putting Pavel with Poom. Okay, you don't know. You don't know what I'm doing.
We don't have to see it. We don't have to see it. Mix and match.
Exactly. I'm making my own shit.
Yeah.
This is my house. Yes. One thing I love about Pavel and Poom as a pairing is, like, from the very beginning, from the first series I watched them in, like, they kind of defy that sort of stereotype where, like, in my head, if you were to look at them as a pairing before watching any series they're in, you would say, okay,
Pavel.
Top. Yes, I always forget which one is which because I mix up the names. Because the way I memorize ship names in my head is, like, the top's name always comes first, the bottom's name comes like that's always how the ship names are formed. So, like, I'm like, okay, this is what you would think it is. This is what it is, and, like, my brain always forgets which is which. But I'm like, you would look at the pairing and you would think Pavel, that beautiful man, that gorgeous, beautiful man, and his beautiful beauty mark and all of his deliciousness. You'd be like, oh yeah, he's the top in this situation. He's the aggressor. He's blah blah blah, and he has certain character traits where it's like, yes, he very much gives that uke sort of hypermasculine, dominant, this, that, the other, but he's also sexually on the bottom every single time, and I'm like, I love this because, like, it fights against all of the, like, stereotypes and the norms that you would think. And it's like, yes, there are different people in the world. There are different people. So just because you are this doesn't mean that you are automatically this. Just because you are this doesn't mean you're automatically this. Like Yemi said, we could do away with not all femininity in that, sort of archetype over here, because like there are very effeminate
We
people.
need cool heart, we need
Cool heart. We need
yeah.
like variety.
Exactly.
I just like
Yeah.
there being representation where it's like
Yeah.
not all gay relationships are this.
Mm,
Not all
Yeah.
you have a man and a man together, it is this.
this,
There is a
exactly.
broad spectrum on all of these parts. So
Yeah.
I like seeing that diversity be explored
Yep.
within
Yeah.
the archetypes.
Yeah,
And I think that-
agree with that. I would love to see like a very extreme, because the one that just popped up in my head, because actually he just posted that like today is his 5-year anniversary. Is Durian Lolibrigada from Netflix The Boyfriend. He is super tall and super big, and just having somebody like, you know, built like that and be an uke would be just mind-boggling. Just because he's just not your average Japanese build, you know, he's
Mhm.
proper like ugh. So that would be interesting to see as well, you know, like just have an extreme. This is not what your uke looks like. This is not what your semi looks like a really tiny guy as a semi, you know. It would be good. It would be good to see it.
Yeah, I think that's my thing. Like, I'm not saying that some of the stuff we have now is bad and that we need to do away with everything, but we need to shake it up a bit. We need different things. We need to move away from some of these stereotypes. But it goes back to even like the ships with me. It's just like, I don't like, because like these guys are paired together, we know who's going to end up together, or because these two look a certain way, they're presented a certain way, and this is how they're going to be. These are their roles on the series because of the way they look or whatever. It's just like, shake it up a little bit. I want to see I don't need like a kind of like the masculine, feminine guys together. I need two masculine looking guys together. I need two feminine guys together. Like, I want them to shake it up a little bit. So
Yeah, you did. You remind me of Mech's interview with us. Go check out our interview with Mech.
I was
Go
thinking
check
the
out
same
all of
thing.
our interviews.
yes.
Mech talked about Tay and Yu when they started in Dark Blue Kiss. They were supposed to be the other way around. And the director looked at something in Tay and said, Tay is this, because New is you know, more muscular.
Tay was taller.
At the time, especially, right? He was, you know, working out or whatever, and Tay was just thin, right? But he looked at certain things in them and said, no, we're going to do it this way, right? So it could have been completely the opposite. But yeah, I think, you know, the freedom to mix it up is good. And hopefully we'll get more of that. I also love the stereotype, so I don't want to do away with it, but I would like to see a mix.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So why do you think tropes are so popular?
Because
In BL.
I don't know.
Okay. I think one thing I could say for this is that like it comes back to the idea of knowing who is going to win, and that goes right through, again, not just BL but Asian drama. We like to know they're going to end up together, and that person, like, we don't have to waste our energy. We can fawn on the side and be like, oh, my poor second lead, but you know, we don't have to waste energy worrying about if it's going to happen, because it's not. Right? It is not. But I think tropes are also like that. You know, we can predict a certain amount of what is going to happen. We know, you know, which beats our story is going to take. Like, you know, one of the most popular, Mama Mochi and AJ both love Enemies to Lovers. And that is like, we know there's going to come a point where something is going to set them on, you know, like, he fell on my lap, and then, oh, I can't stop thinking about the fact he fell in my lap, you know, and something is going to change the dynamic somewhere, you know. We got kidnapped together while handcuffed, you know, and now we have to get out of the woods, and nobody knows how we get out of the woods because they don't show it, and it still bothers me years later.
Free Tong Yi already, please.
But like, you know, we know we have that, like, we know this is going to go this way. We know this point will be reached. We know this other point will be reached. You know, we know that, you know, maybe there'll be people opposed to it. You know, we know the arc. And so it's the details that we're just looking for, and we can just relax and enjoy it. Every show can be a comfort show, you know, when you know where the beats are, right? So I think that's one of the things with tropes is that we can be just relax, right? Another thing, especially for the smaller things like, you know, falling into a kiss or whatever, is I think like Japan has a lot of shows like that. And I think it's similar to when you're a kid and, you know, the kid show that has that one point in the show that the person always says this thing, you know, by the power of Grayskull. And you're just waiting for it. You're like, ah! You know, that part, you know, Sailor Moon transformation, which I can't remember in English. Skini Kawate Oshiokyo. And you're like,
Moon Prism Power.
She did it. Oh, yes.
Moon Prism Power makeup.
Moon Prism Power. Right. And you know, like the exact rhythm of it. You can't like say it wrong, you know. And I feel like the little mini tropes are like that. Like you can sense that this show is going to have this type of mini tropes, and they fall into a kiss completely unrealistically, did not break their noses, and you're like, you know, because it just hits that spot, right? So that's two of the reasons I think, you know, we love tropes. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it's a comfort thing. In majority, I won't say for every BL series, but like I feel like there is a sense of comfort in not knowing exactly how the story is going, but being able to predict, oh yeah, this is going to happen. Or I know, like, we have these tropes we like, enemies to lovers, forced cohabitation. So I'm like, okay, I see this in the series where there's 800 trailers that were released. I'm like, okay, I'm going to try this one. Like it helps you, especially now that the BL sphere is so saturated. We have so much BL to choose from. It is impossible to watch every single series. So like it helps you kind of shop around like, okay, well, I know my flavor palette. I know I like chocolate ice cream. I know I like vanilla ice cream. I know I like this, that, the other. So I'm like, okay, if this has that in that, I'm more liable to buy it. Sure, why not? So I think it's just it's a comfort thing. It helps just narrow down the field, and like Yemi said, it's one of those things, or those little mini tropes. They're things you expect, and it just makes you happy, no matter how absurd it is. How like I can buckle my own seatbelt. Why are you here?
Yes.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, but that moment
in universe, yes, that moment there where we linger for 7.5 minutes, 2 inches from each other's faces. I'm like, it's buckled. It's buckled. It's but buckled, still, friend. I got it. But
we're good. We're safe.
We're safe. You can try, but it's cute.
No,
yeah.
Or that one that they want to pick up something and then suddenly a kiss or a head bump or something. That's so cute. And then the eyes lock and then yep.
But I think too, for me, it's also a comfort thing. As much as I complain that we need to shake things up, I feel like, especially with the enemies to lovers trope, it's like, well, I know they're going to end up together, so I can invest in this and I can enjoy the storyline and wait for that moment, that thing that like switches it up for them. And it's like, so I don't get invested in something and then end up disappointed because, oh, well, they didn't end up together. And why am I watching this?
I think from a Western perspective, too, there is a bit of... So in the West, our stories have to make sense, right? Which is not a problem that Asia has. We don't care.
The magic of BL.
In the West, like you do something vaguely like 2 centimeters off center, and people are like, that would just never happen. And people get mad, you know, and they're like, no, what are you doing? That's a giant plot hole, right? And in drama, in Asian drama in general, we'll be like, well, you just said that was his sister. Now, how is she his mother now? And we're like, we just let it go. We're just like, whatever,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah.
And so that gives us like space for things that just would, you know, we would not sign off on generally. And it gives us these things that we would not see in the West, right? Because, you know, again, falling into a kiss is ridiculous, right? Catching somebody as they fall, like they're like this, that's ridiculous, you know? There's a set of stuff that just, your brain is like, what? Right? But we accept it because that's the space that this is in. And so I think like tropes, like even here, because that would just never happen in real life, it gives you that space to just enjoy that, right? Like where, you know, in the West or whatever, or you might just have to make your own fan fiction or something because it's too unrealistic, you know, it gives us that space to just enjoy that thing that would never happen, but we kind of wish would, right? So yeah, I think that's another important space for tropes. And then also from a Japanese perspective where like, I don't know, life is very set out this way, right? You work, sleep, work, sleep, or whatever. And you need certain escapes, right? And when you're escaping, you don't want to think, right? You don't want to think, right? You just want to relax into your escape and just have all the feelings come at you, right? Which is why I think like BL, you know, it goes to two extremes. There's not a lot of stuff like now that we get stuff walking a more gay line, we do have stuff in the middle. But before it was like either the cutest thing ever or boil your eyes in bleach. This is so toxic, right? And I think it's just people just wanting to escape from this mundane path that they were on, right? So tropes help with that. Venus would like to know, what are your thoughts on the intro of ABO to BL, considering it is a fanfic born thing? So I learned this because I went researching Pomegaverse, where it's it's Omegaverse but with Pomeranians. Really? Okay. And I looked at that and I was like, this has got to be Japan, so I had to research it, right? This is how I know the history of Omegaverse. So apparently it was born of what was called slash fiction, which like I immediately thought it would be slasher horror, but it was slash as in the slash on your keyboard, and it would be M/M, meaning these are two males, right? And apparently it started with Star Trek, and Kirk Spock, right? And then, you know, people started to like, that started to turn a certain way, and then China, they translated some book into China, and China was like, ooh, and they just went off. So it's not like you would think it's a Chinese thing, but no, it's American. And it's just China went off on it, right?
You're welcome, world.
As a Star Trek fan, yay!
right, Star Trek. So what do you guys feel about ABO in BL?
What is ABO?
It's basically Omegaverse.
Oh, okay. I was like, huh? I have no thoughts. I have no think.
Okay. I don't mind pretty much anything in BL. I feel like that's the thing about BL. Like it's freedom, right? So if you, again, like somebody said somewhere on Twitter, a lot of people say this all the time, if it's not for you, just don't do it, right? We're at the stage where we have so much stuff, right? Unless you are trying to watch, like, I don't know, Vietnamese BL where there's one a year, you know, other than that, there is so much stuff. Like right now we have for March, April, we have like 5 BLs announced for Japan. And I know of a 6th, but I don't know what it is, you know? So like, there's just stuff you can choose. You can choose. Exactly. Why are we don't need to be mad if it's not hurtful, you know, it's fine. If somebody else wants to watch it, leave them, let them watch it. Why must, unless you're going to watch every single BL out there, Why
Look
must
at that.
everyone fit your taste?
Exactly.
Other people have
Yeah.
different tastes. Let them have their shows,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So I think for me, I don't mind at all. Even though it was, started in outside of Asia, I really feel like the dynamic just makes sense for Asia because, again, like I said, we are not super concerned with reality. We like over the top, like shenanigans, either toxic or cute or whatever. And I feel like Omegaverse lends itself to that. On the toxic side, Omegaverse, on the cute side, Pomegaverse, But like, it fits Asia for me.
Yeah. I don't mind that it exists, but I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me, but I don't mind it's there. It's not something I'm going to watch. Pit Babe was just the intro for me. And it's like, okay, I did not see Pit Babe 2 because I found one enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, I think we have the space now. Like, there's so many things. So, like, bring on more stuff. And if that's what somebody wants to watch, let them have it. I don't like this thing where it's just like, oh, well, it has to be a certain way. And why is this in the BL? It's like, calm down. You don't need to watch it. You don't have time to watch everything now. But I think something that is an issue that kind of is in the reactor space is everybody's like, oh, I love this so much. You have to watch it. And then when you don't react the way they react, or it's not your cup of tea, and you're just kind of like, no, I'm not going to continue that because it didn't catch me or whatever. And they're just like, oh, but you got to keep going and give it more of a try. And then they get mad because you don't feel the same way. But it's like, you can have your thing that you like. If I don't like it, I'm not going to continue to watch
My brain
it, reactor
is so
or not.
Topher Love in the air. Topher Love in the air.
Because, like, yeah.
I thought you were going to name something else. Okay.
I'm not naming the mid one if that's what you're talking about.
They're all mid. That's the problem.
But I mean, like, I am a mega fan of Love in the Air.
Yeah.
I realize that that's not Topher's space, right?
Yeah.
And despite the fact that I have the ability to recommend and guarantee that Topher reacts to stuff, I was not going to ask Topher to do Love in the Air because it's not his space. I am not going to be like, oh my gosh, you don't get this, you don't get that, whatever. But from the perspective of, he is really not going to enjoy himself here. Why would I do that to somebody,
exactly.
that I consider, like, even before working with Topher, like, your reactors, they're like one-way friends, right? So they don't know you, but they're like one-way friends, right? And you kind of want to keep your reactors, like, I don't know, I kind of want to keep my reactors like happy and see them enjoying themselves and stuff, I don't see why I would recommend something knowing that the person is not going to like it. Like, if I recommend it and they're like, ooh, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, that's different. Yeah. But like, knowing that they're not going to enjoy it, why would I do that? Right. I also think that things are really personal. Something can be great. Like me, we've been through this. I love shenanigans. I like to get into some deep psychology. I love horror. There's a lot of really good shows that are none of those spaces. Especially like for the West. The West loves realistic spaces. I do not. Right. And so people will be like, I feel like you're in the air or whatever, very, very, obviously it's time travel, but the stories are realistic, right?
Yeah.
I live real life every day. Why would I spend my free time in it? That's me. And so I don't need that. And so even though I can watch it and be like, wow, that was well done, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to love it. Right. And I don't think everybody needs to love the same thing. If everybody loved the same thing, we would be machines, not people, right?
Yes.
So,
if everyone loved the same thing, everyone would love dinosaur love.
Yeah, but I love dinosaur love.
As you should.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was so bad.
AJ is suffering. AJ is suffering. I love dinosaur love as well. So we'll just hear all by themselves. I'm just gonna butter my lips, say nothing. Yeah. So okay. I think we are going to wrap up here. If anybody has any final comments that they would like to say about tropes in general or anything in general, really.
I'm trying so hard to stifle me out because for about 6 hours of sleep, and I'm like, I'm not gonna yawn. This is the worst time. No one's talking.
I just think, I enjoy tropes. And so I don't want us to tie ourselves to them, but I really do, especially now that we have short dramas, which we didn't talk about at all today, but short dramas are the tropiest because you have like 1 minute and you just 1 to 3 minutes, you're just keeping people in there. And so it's just like, what trope haven't we used yet? Okay, that one, so I just enjoy, especially the mini tropes, where you're just like, oh, they did the thing, the seatbelt or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, yay! So I really do like to keep them, but I hope that they won't be a crutch. I
hope they will.
Yeah, me.
More of that trope.
We are not drunk, people. I swear we are not drunk. It's just, I don't know. But I just hope they're not like the only thing that we can, I'm not even risking saying that word again. The only thing that we can use, and that we have, a lot of variety that we can pull on. So I would like to see them continue, but not to the detriment of everything else.
Yeah, I think a lot, even like the little mini tropes and stuff, it's just it's so familiar, and it's nice to see that stuff. And as much as I roll my eyes at like the seatbelt thing and the like the falling into each other, it's just like, it's nice to still have that sometimes.
Exactly.
I will call it out every time, but I will love
it. Yes, exactly.
Okay, guys. So thank you all for taking the time out of your day to hang out with us in the chat. And for people who are watching this afterwards, thanks for coming through. Thanks to the members of the DramaLlama social media team for being here with us, chatting about tropes. And we hope that you enjoyed yourself. And we will see you again next month, which is, now for me, but it's March.
Tomorrow.
It's March.
So thank you for joining us.
Don't forget to join us on the DramaLlama platform. www.dramallamas.com.
Bye.
Bye. I love you.